Hello lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Today I come to you with yet another look, eye look from the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. So by now I should have one other look posted, but I thought I'd post another one since it seems like you guys are really interested in seeing what you can get out of this palette. So what I've done already is I've already prepared my face. I put on primer, foundation, all my powders, did my brows, and you will see that there is some makeup on my eyes. This is just what I do for my everyday makeup look. It's just I put some primer just on my lid, and then I used, today it so happened to be this brow bone color here, just to brighten the lid a little bit. Put that all over the lid, liner, mascara, that was it. So that's all I've done so far. There's no kind of defining or brightening in the inner corner, or darker in the outer corner, crease color, none of that. So I'm kind of just starting with a very simple base. You'll see me putting on some of these items just over what I already have, just so I don't have to rework it. And I've done this before. It's never really turned out, you know, poorly or anything like that. So I think I'm just gonna work over what I have, but just be aware that is what I have down. It shouldn't affect anything very much, but that's what's going on. So what I'm going to do is use this palette in conjunction with the Naked Basics palette. I love this. I use it in conjunction with a lot of my eye looks because you can get some really nice base colors, the, you know, kind of simple basics obviously out of this palette. So what I'll usually do is come in with Foxy, put that all over the entire lid from brow to lash line, and then go in with the rest of my colors. So what I'm gonna do today though is a little bit different, and I guess I'll just show you as I do it. So I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer, love this stuff, and I'm gonna prime the top part of my eye, since I only did just the lid before. So I'm gonna put that on, pat it in right there. Let's see, want to make sure you guys can see me really well. Okay, so just pat that in. Okay, do that on this side. There's my primer on, all over now. I'd already put it on my lid, now it's up to my eyebrows. And so, then on the new part of my, well actually let's see. I'm gonna take this Flawless Concealer Brush from e.l.f. Love this, I've been loving this in the crease lately. And I'm going to go into my Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. I'm gonna pick up this reddish, what do they call it, eyelid color. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my crease. So here we go, put this in the crease, pick it up, tap it off, and just run it right through the crease. I've been loving that red tone in the crease. I'm not such a fan of shimmer in the crease, but the red tone is something I've really been enjoying. So we're going to do that. So you can already see the difference between the two eyes, right? So I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side, picking up that same color, tapping off the excess, and just running this through the crease. Don't be afraid to go too high with it. I mean, you can go too high. You don't wanna go right below the brow, but you can take it pretty high, you know. You want it to be visible when your eye is open, so to go pretty high with it is okay. So I think, is that pretty even? I think that's pretty even. Okay, and then to deepen that up a little bit, I'm going to go into my Naked Basics, and I'm gonna take this darker faint, or darker brown called Faint, and I'm going to run that in the crease also. Okay, so I'm picking up Faint on a fluffy brush, another fluffy brush, a different one. Picking it up, tapping it off, and being more precise about my application this time. So this is just really going right there in the crease. You can go all the way into your inner corner, but stay in the crease. You want the darkest to be on the outer portion of the lid, the outer V. Okay, so that just deepens it up a little bit, gives it a little more definition. So I'm picking up some more, tapping off excess and going to the other side. And I don't need a whole lot because I already did do some defining with that reddish color from the Comfort Zone palette, but I just want to give it a little bit more depth. So that's what I'm doing with this deeper brown. Okay, this is from my Naked palette, it's the first one. So it's just this little flat brush that is really great for laying down color. And I'm going to use MAC Fix Plus to spray the pigment that I'm about to pick up. So dip into my, it's called brow bone color, but I'm going to put this on my lid, right? So I'm going to dip into that, pick up a good amount. And the nice thing is this shadow really is pretty creamy on its own, and it does show up quite well. But just to up the ante, up the brightness, I'm gonna spray it just a couple of times and then pat that all over the lid. It doesn't matter if it goes over the liner that's already there because I'm gonna put on fresh liner anyway. So, I'm gonna just pat that on. And that's just really gonna brighten up that lid area, make it look nice and bright and wide awake and ready to go for the day. So there's that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side.
Pick up some of that color. Okay. Spray it with MAC Fix Plus. And pat it on.
I do need my Naked Basics again. So what I'm gonna do with it is I'm just gonna define the outer V. So the only color that I've used so far is this faint in my crease, and now I'm gonna pick up Crave, okay, on this e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye brush. Okay, so it's kind of a nice fluffy brush there. It's gonna fit perfectly into my outer V. So I'm gonna pick this up and I'm just gonna kind of stipple it into that outer corner. Just pat, pat, pat. Pick up a little bit more maybe. And just deepen up that definition until you get it looking just how you want it to. I think I like it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that again on the other side. Stippling it on right into that outer V. I'm gonna go back and now I'm gonna put in my highlight. So I'm gonna go with this brow bone color, the yellowish one. I'm gonna pick it up on a small brush, like this e.l.f. contour brush. I'm not sure why it's called contour. I think I ask that question every time I use this brush. I don't know why they call it that, but I'm picking up this yellow, tapping off, and just putting it right under my brow to give it a little bit of shine up there. Same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to take the same shade and put it in the inner corner. Not very much, just a little bit to brighten up that area. And then I want to put a little bit of the same colors that I just put on my lid on the bottom lash line. So I'm gonna take actually this same brush that I laid down the color on my lid with. I'm gonna pick it up more on the point though this time. Pick up the same color as the lid, tap off excess, and just run it underneath the lid. Or the lash line, I'm sorry. Not sure exactly how much that helped, but that's okay. So I'm gonna take the same black that I put in the outer V, same black from the Naked Basics, and there it is. Same black from the Naked Basics. Put that just on the tip, tap off excess, and just put that in the very outer corner. Sometimes it's helpful to look up and away when you're doing this, so you can smudge it in really closely. Okay, so let's put on the finishing touches, and there are a lot of finishing touches, of course. There's liner, mascara, and then I like to put on lashes. So we're gonna my under eyes are so bright. Wow, okay. Oh, yes. I have been loving this e.l.f. Extra lip gloss in Scott. This is a really pretty natural or nude lip, and it's beautiful. It's really quite pigmented. I'll just show you really quickly. So you can see there's definitely pigmentation there. It's not a clear gloss. And it just looks so nice on the lips. Okay. There's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about anything I did or any of the products that I used, feel free to ask me, although I'm gonna put all the lists or list all the products below in the description box. So if you have any questions, you can check there first, and then of course feel free to ask me if you have any questions. And I will see you in the next one. I hope you thumbs up the video and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see this. There's always more coming. See ya. Bye.